Today we're going to show you how to do a lower arm sling. Now we're going to imagine the patient has a broken lower arm here. There's two bones in there, the radius and the ulna, and we've got to splint them together. So this is a two-person job. We get our tailor here to hold the arm below and above the fracture site like this, and then we're going to get our splint ready. Now for a splint we can use cardboard, newspaper, magazine, or a proper splint. We're going to use cardboard this time. Put a bit of cloth there. You can use a t-shirt or a towel because the arm is not straight, it has contours in it. This will take the contours out. We place this under the patient's arm, and then we get our person help us to pull their bottom hand out, then their top hand out. Wrap the splint around and get them to hold it again for you. Now we're going to get our triangle bandages and tie the splint off on below the fracture site here and above the fracture site here. So when we get our triangle sling, get out of the packet, it's already folded like this. We can put another fold in it to make it a little bit more narrower. Now there's a couple of ways you can do this. We can make what's called a bottle knot, which you loop it like this, and you put it around the patient's arm, putting one tail through the top end here, and one tail up through the bottom end here. What this does, it allows you to get a really good bite on the sling, tighten it down, then we're just going to do a reef knot, which is left over right and under, and right over left and under. Now we're going to do the same thing back here. So this time we're going to move around because where Taylor's holding the arm here is going to be in my way. So I'm going to move around behind the patient. I'm going to support the patient's arm while Taylor moves around the front, and get her to hold the arm again from this way. So I can put the sling on the back part of the arm here. Once again, you fold this in half. Now I'm going to show you another way we can do this as well. If you can't do the bottle knot there, we can do a reef knot. But if you do a reef knot, here's a little trick for you. When you do the first part of the reef knot, left over, right and under, if you do a second turn in the first part of the reef knot and pull it down, that bites and will not slip. Because you get a nice good solid grip. And then we just tie this down. Then we can give a third sling. And because this is a lower arm injury, we're going to make a lower arm sling. Remember, a lower arm sling, we put the right angle bit, which is the right angle part here, towards the patient's injured elbow. So Taylor, you go around that way. Bring his arm in close to his body. I'll come around this way. So we're going to put the right angle bit here towards the patient's injured elbow, up through here. Bring the arm in. And then we're going to bring this part here, up and over. And we're going to tie on the non-injured side. Once again, just do a reef knot in the collar here. And all we're going to do here is make sure the hand's in there as well. Grab hold of the bandage here, bite onto the elbow, do a few twists towards the body, and tuck it in. Go there. And there is your lower arm splinted and a sling. We're going to do this for any fractures or if there's a snake bite and we have to do a pressure immobilization bandage on the arm, we'll also put in a splint which reduces the movement so it stops the toxins from moving around. Stop.